Ahoy!
Welcome to another episode of Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back to Bottom of the Stream. It's the best place for you to get up to date with all the news and big stories of the week in the world of streaming and movies.
It certainly is.
How are you, Adam?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good.
How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good. I've got a bit of a pain in my neck,
Yeah?
but other than that, I'm all right. So if you notice me sitting a bit awkwardly, that's why.
Just like henching up.
Yeah.
We-
It's age, man. I'm telling you, I've aged another year, and it's just catching up with me now.
You look like, don't take me offence to this. When you do that,
Okay.
you look like, it's like we got guinea pigs recently.
Okay,
And
yeah.
they're two boys.
Yeah.
And one's like 3 weeks older than the other, but obviously they're paired together.
Yeah.
Because like they live together. So like before we got them, these were a pair.
Okay.
And the slightly older one is like more skittish around us. Like the other ones are much more inquisitive. The young one's much more inquisitive, but the older one's a goddamn bully
Oh, really?
to the other one. So like it'll let the little one go and take the lettuce or whatever, and then as soon as he gets it, it'll be in there trying to take it off him.
Oh, really?
But because they're like 3 months old, which basically are teenagers for guinea pigs,
Right.
and they're testing each other out. And the one that you look like, he does that. He
How I feel about this.
he gets all like gets on his haunches when the other one's pissed him off too much.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to make yourself big. So anyway,
My head doesn't feel like it's on my shoulders straight. It feels
Yeah.
like it's doing this all the time, so I need to like
I think it's still
balance
there.
it out. Well, it's still there, yeah.
You good?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, annoyingly for a podcast about movies,
Yep.
film, TV, I've not been able to watch much of that because my internet's been down. I've had an internet issue.
Oh, no way.
So, but those are now resolved, but they were literally resolved an hour before I came here to start this. So,
So we're behind on the...
not really watched much this week. Did manage to watch this week's movie,
Okay, that's
which
good.
we'll talk about on Thursday.
That's good.
And it was not technology that did for me.
What was it?
It was Mother Nature.
Mother Nature took your
Yeah.
internet down?
No. I was changing service providers.
Okay.
And this was all supposed to happen earlier in the week.
Yeah.
And they came, did the internal the little box inside, and he was like, "Oh, slight problem. This tree is in the way, which is like in the pavement. It's a council tree."
Right.
He's like, "I don't think I've got a clear line of sight from the pole to your house." And I was like, "Really? It's not that." Anyway, couldn't do it. Come away. So we basically had no internet for 2 days because they switched the old supply switched them off, and I'm like, I'm not going into battle with them. They're horrible.
Yeah.
And they came today. Another guy came today, and I was like, "Oh, you're here to trim the tree?" I was like, "Nah, I'll get through there."
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So you just did it?
yeah,
And did he get through?
yeah.
Job's worth. Our first one was a job's worth. Didn't
He
wanna
was
do
like,
it,
to be
really.
fair, that guy might. If the guy came today, was like, "Oh, my expertise is being up the pole." You know.
Yeah, that's what I did.
He was like, "That's no problem."
Oh, really?
Like, he might have just got someone who wasn't comfortable. I was like, I don't know. It was refreshing to not have it for a couple of days. Annoying for work purposes because
Yeah.
I had to rearrange my whole week of travelling to go different places. But not for...
It's been a bit off grid. He's like,
Yeah, a little bit.
nice.
Yeah.
We've got a new Pope. Did you miss that?
I did see that
Okay,
yesterday, yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to think of anything
I
that
heard
happened
it
in the
was
news
you.
this week. I was in the running, I think. I did miss out at the last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really affecting my life.
No, so-
The Pope.
I'm not into religion or anything like that, but I do find like all these like traditions quite fascinating.
It is fascinating. They're like, I'm gonna use the word cult around it. Like everyone's so happy, and
Yeah.
like 100,000 people went to watch that thing.
For 2 days.
Yeah,
Standing there waiting for some smoke to rise.
some dude came out onto the balcony for literally 5 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about like pomp and ceremony and tradition. You know, like when we got the new king and the funeral and all that.
Yeah.
Sort. I really loved all that sort of stuff.
Because
It's like old traditions.
I always think it's fascinating because it just makes me think of like, or whenever everyone talks about the Vatican and anything there, I'm just like, I want to know what secrets are really in
Yeah.
the chambers
100%.
underground.
Absolutely.
What are they hiding? Henry VIII's love letters are down there because we were talking about Six the other week, the
Yeah.
musical. This was in the news this week.
Really?
It's like, oh yeah, the Vatican have got Henry VIII's love letters to Anne Boleyn.
How have they got? Why?
Don't know.
Why are they not ours? As in the UK's not mine and yours.
They've got a bathtub made out of some really rare purple marble that's worth £1 billion.
No.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, I'd love to have a bath in that. That'd be well good.
Yeah. Just sitting there in the archives or whatever.
Yeah, it would be fascinating.
Fascinating.
Is that sort of something about that sort of thing just fascinates me. I'd love to go to the Vatican.
I've been.
Have you?
Yeah.
I would love to go.
Yeah. It's good.
Cool.
There's a Pope Street.
Right.
So you
That's
go
where
down
Pope
the street
lives.
and all the shops are all their garb.
Pope merch.
Yeah, no, not merch, like actual uniform. Like,
What you can buy?
yeah, well, I don't know if you have to be a religious person to buy them, but it's like the club shop. Like your kit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where the cardinals get all their gear
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
I would have thought that was free. When you're a cardinal, you get the uniform.
Hey, maybe you have to get a certain rank before it's given out. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, fascinating.
Or maybe it is just like replica kit and you can have his name on the back.
Could be.
Leo
14.
Don't know how it works.
I'm trying to think what else you've missed in the news this week. VE Day. Up on that. 80 years since the end of the war.
Yeah, I was in the office at work, so we had the silence, and my daughter. I've had some interesting conversation with my youngest daughter this week because they've been obviously doing a lot about
Yeah.
the war, and she's come back and told us she's worried about war.
All right. Okay. As we all are.
Well, yes, but I think this is a relatively new concept sinking in.
Right.
And she asked us, if there is a war, will we get a few days warning? And I said, well, it very much depends on the circumstance.
Yeah, depends on who starts this one.
And she said, well, it's because her and her friend have got a plan.
Yeah.
So they just need a few days warning to put it into action.
Right. Okay.
If there's going to be war.
I'm fascinated to know what that plan is.
Get a ferry to Brazil.
A ferry to Brazil.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. That's the
it.
plan. Yeah.
Because Brazil are safe. That's a safe space.
Space, though.
Okay.
It'll be like 6 weeks at sea.
That's
like
a long time on a ferry, like a car ferry.
You can't drive. So yeah, I guess so. Like voyaging across.
I love that
the
she only needs a
Atlantic.
couple of days to work all that out. Pack her life up and move to Brazil.
So I said, well, that's fine as long as I can go with you.
Yeah, same. I'd love to go to Brazil as well.
Yeah.
It'd be a cool place to visit.
So that's been happening. Yeah.
Cool.
Always fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Kids, eh?
Yeah.
Great fun.
So yeah. Despite all that, I did manage to watch the movie, which we will be back to talk about on Thursday.
Good. Okay.
Which is The Eighth Night.
It is The Eighth Night. It's a South Korean
Action movie.
action monk movie.
Yeah.
Action monks.
And demons and stuff. So
Yeah, all sorts of stuff kicking off in there.
So be back Thursday.
Should be a
We'll
fun
talk about
episode.
that.
I've got a lot of notes on this one.
I feel like I wrote a lot
Yeah.
of notes. There was a lot
There's
of
a lot to
detail.
talk about. There was a lot of detail. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I fully understood it either, so it could be quite fun to just try
We'll
and
piece it together. We
get
always
through
do.
it. Absolutely.
If we got through Snow White Dies at the end
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago,
That was the most
sure
complicated film of
the
all time.
Eighth Night will be no problem.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Good. Shall we have a question of the week?
Let's do it.
Okay. So I have that this week.
Sweet.
And the question is simply, everybody has a button.
Okay.
When you press it, it does something.
Right.
What does your button do?
Oh, my personal button does something.
Yeah.
Could have done with some time to think about this one. What does my personal button do? So every time I press it, something happens.
Yeah. It could start your car for you. It could dispense money.
Okay.
It could do anything.
I would like it to fully clean my house
Okay.
and do all the chores around the house.
Yeah.
Ironing, washing up, everything at the push of a button.
I think
That's
I picture
the one
this.
thing I hate.
I picture this like you push the button and your house comes alive, like as
yeah,
in,
like Mary
as in-
Poppins.
Yes, and everything floats away, or it's like a car wash and stuff
just starts flying everywhere.
Yeah, but it turns out it's sort of like a Wallace and Gromit contraption that cleans the house,
I would like that.
but
So
puts everything exactly back how it was.
exactly how it should be. Everything's in position. It'd be great. Don't have to worry about cleaning ever again.
Ah,
I think that's living on your own as an adult. That is the most annoying thing. It's just like trying to keep on top of running a house.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think.
okay, cool.
What would your button do?
I think I might have a couple of answers. So my really boring but useful answer is I've got a button, and when I press it, it just gives me like a couple of pounds loose change.
Great shout.
Just because no one has money anymore.
No.
And like the kids always need £1 for something at school or to, just for the other day, going to the gym, nothing for a locker.
Yeah.
Going swimming. No.
You're
no
so
money for a
right.
locker.
It was my birthday yesterday, as you know, and I got £50 in cash.
Yeah.
That's the most cash I've touched in years.
But
And
especially
it's just in my wallet now.
coins.
What am I
Never
supposed to
have
do with
coins.
it? What am I supposed to do with this cash?
Yeah.
I can't even go to the bank because there isn't one.
That'll be there forever.
It will. It'll just be there. It'll just be like stuff I can use occasionally.
He'll fritter it away on
I'm going to London
penny
tomorrow,
whistles
so
and moon pie.
I'm thinking maybe I'll buy something in London.
Yeah,
with
maybe.
it. Treat
That's a
myself.
good idea.
Might go to the Lego shop.
Yeah, if you got 50 quid in your wallet
Yeah.
in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
can spend that.
Hope no one recognises you. They know you'll be carrying now.
True. Yeah.
Your target.
No, because I'll have been by the time this episode comes out.
Oh yeah,
We're
good point.
We're
point.
good.
So yeah, I think
That's a good one. I
That'd
like
be
that.
my boring but useful answer. I'd even do something like just a button that gives you nice compliments if you're having a bad day.
That exists.
Yeah, but
You could do that.
Yeah, but like specific. So
Okay.
if like you've had a really bad day at work, you'd press it and it would say, well, this hasn't gone so well today. So it needs to be intelligent. This hasn't gone so well today, but remember when you achieved this,
Yeah.
or put it in perspective.
Don't worry
This
about
is
that.
what's
Nobody
happening.
else really cares.
Exactly.
It's all in your head. That's all.
Yeah, like a AI
assistant.
psychologist or something. I don't know. Maybe that.
That's good. I like
I'm
that.
trying not to just go there. Oh, every time I press a button, I get £1 million.
Yeah, you don't want
That's
that.
boring.
That's
like
boring.
that feels like that's rules I don't want to.
Yeah. Can I have one that just reduces neck pain?
Yeah, sure.
Or clears neck
You
pain?
just want like a morphine drip.
Can I have one that every time I press it, I'm just perfectly healthy again?
Okay.
It's
So
like,
if you get a
it
knock,
works miracles.
it just brings you back to.
Yeah, just back to not like super healthy.
No.
Just the normal me.
It's like, oh, cold.
Yeah, boom. Done.
Cold's gone.
Yeah. Don't have any pain anymore.
My bum knee's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stiff neck's gone.
Stiff neck's gone. Not got a headache anymore.
Yeah.
Instantly.
That's good. That is
That is
good.
good.
That is good. Yeah.
That's an old man's answer to that question.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Good one.
Cool.
Okay.
Good question. I like that.
Nice.
Well done.
So let's hit.
Let us know what you think in the Discord.
Yeah.
What does your button do?
Please do. Let's hit up the news.
Sweet.
And I don't know if you've seen this week, but coming soon
Yeah.
to Netflix is apparently for the first time in several years is they're revamping their TV experience.
Okay.
So this is in terms of your homepage,
Oh, nice.
your recommendations, everything you see, your interaction with Netflix.
Yeah.
Is being revamped and will be rolled out to certain users
Okay.
over the next few months. This week, the Chief Product Officer, Eunice Kim, and Chief Technology Officer, Elizabeth Stone, showcased, in fact, a demonstration of what the new Netflix front end will look like.
Right.
Kim said, the new Netflix TV experience is still the one you know and love, just better.
Right.
So how's that
That
for a
was good.
tagline? But yes, so several of the new features. Front and center will be all the information you need to make an informed choice about what to watch. We will better focus on what makes titles relevant for you with call outs like Emmy Award winner, #1 in TV shows.
Okay.
Which I think that'll be your scrolling,
Yeah.
what your algorithm says. You've just got something big, like, a bit more like Disney Plus has it at
Yeah.
the top, don't they?
The big banners at the
Yeah.
top, and then you list down the bottom. Disney Plus's UI is worse though.
Oh yeah, it's not intuitive.
But no, it's terrible.
More visible shortcuts. As
Okay.
Netflix says, until now, shortcuts to search and My List were somewhat hidden on the left-hand side.
That's true.
We are moving them to the top of the page where they are more noticeable and easier to access. Better real-time recommendations.
Right.
We will make the recommendations on the homepage more responsive to your moods and interests,
Okay.
and they will change depending on the time of day.
Right. Okay. How
elevated.
do they know what my mood is in the morning?
Well, no, but I think it's like, do you watch certain shows in the morning as opposed to the evening and the afternoon? I think
Yeah, I
it's
guess
that
so.
sort of intelligence they're looking to get to.
I do get to a show sometimes. I think no, that's not a morning show.
Yeah. Elevated design. A new homepage has clean and modern design that better reflects the elevated experience you've come to expect.
Okay.
Also changes to mobile. A new way to search, bringing generative AI to the experience on iOS.
Oh, okay. So you could maybe just go, I want to watch something with Nicolas Cage in.
Exactly. It will allow members to search for shows and movies using natural conversational phrases.
Right.
Like, I want something funny and upbeat.
Got ya. That's cool.
They will also be testing in the next few weeks a vertical feed filled with clips of Netflix shows and movies.
It's like
So
Reels.
you will scroll. Yeah.
And get into a doom scroll.
Yeah.
They did try that a while back. I remember us talking about that.
Yeah. But that's coming back. You will be able to then tap it to watch the whole show or movie immediately, add it to your list, or share it with your friends.
Okay. Good to know.
There is a video showcasing some of these features. Like I say, no exact date because it will be released to certain users.
Yeah. Well, they always tend to do that, don't
thing.
they? They kind of roll it out. They never roll everything out all at once.
No. Over the next few weeks.
The only issue with it
let us know if you end up getting that.
My Netflix, and I'm sure yours is the same, our algorithms are whacked out. Some of the shit we watch on here.
Yeah.
I get recommended some right random stuff.
I think my Amazon one's worse because
my Amazon one's definitely worse.
Because I don't watch loads of stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, but what you do watch is just for
these
this
movies,
show.
and
Yeah.
it's just
Same, mine's the same because
it's Reacher.
I'm terrible movies.
What terrible movies! Yeah.
Mine's worse because I do the watch-alongs in the Discord as well, so it's like some of the random stuff on there that I find.
That's another level of terrible movies.
Yeah.
So
That's
let us know if you get that.
If you get that, let us know.
Update. And then something that has affected something I've been watching recently.
Okay.
Is I think we touched on the fact a few months ago that Netflix was looking at removing interactive specials.
Yes.
And we talked about especially some of the quizzes they had.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if we went for this one, but they're pretty much the last two standing.
Yeah.
By the time this episodes go out, this will be the last day that these two things are available.
Okay.
Because on Monday, May the 12th,
Yep.
will be the last day you can watch Black Mirror Bandersnatch
Okay.
and the Kimmy Schmidt interactive
Right.
special, which
kind of buggers you over.
well, as you know, I've been doing a Black Mirror watch.
Yeah.
Not
Not
even
even
a
a
rewatch.
rewatch.
No, so I'm going to have to move. Well, I have actually started Bandersnatch.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, but I've not made it all the way through.
Right.
That's
The thing with Bandersnatch is that it really is standalone. It doesn't like.
But
Until this
it
later
will
series.
annoy me if that's the one I can't watch.
Yeah, you have to
So
watch
I've
it.
moved it up the list.
Yeah, you have to.
And
It's a shame you don't get to do it a couple of times.
yeah, it feels though that especially it feels like a strange decision.
Yeah, it really is.
Because they're big properties.
Yeah.
Especially Black Mirror, which is literally
Relevant
a new
now,
series was out a couple of weeks ago.
I wonder if they have to be hosted on like different servers or something, and it's just costing too much to hold them
know.
there. Or
If it was making the money, they wouldn't have.
no, it's obviously
They wouldn't
not
be
being-
removing them.
No,
would
it's
they?
obviously not worth the money to keep them. It's
Yeah.
got to be costing more money to keep them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems strange. The Kimmy Schmidt one wasn't very good. Did you ever do that?
Yeah. It was really frustrating.
Yeah, it was.
Because it kept just. I didn't feel like I was in control of it.
No, because it kept. If you chose something, it kept going back and saying, "No, don't choose this one.
Yeah.
Choose this one."
I'll talk about it in a bit. I'm having a similar experience with Bandersnatch, but not quite.
Yeah, not as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I get that.
Yeah. It was. Look, this whole technology was an interesting experiment. Wasn't
You got to
it?
remember as well,
But-
Bandersnatch was the first one.
Yeah.
That was like that's what started it all for that. There was a little bit of a boom period for it.
But yeah, so they'll both be gone by Monday.
Wow,
If you.
that's a shame.
Uh,
I wonder if they'll.
last chance this weekend.
It's not even like they can go anywhere else.
No.
Is
No,
it?
that's it. They're going
They're
in
just
the
going to disappear.
Netflix dustbin.
Yeah. Strange.
Yeah.
Also, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is very good.
The show?
The show.
Fantastic.
Just in general, yeah. Just watch that if you've not watched it.
Yeah.
That's a high recommendation.
Yeah. That feels like something I could rewatch.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
just-
I've been considering doing a Schitt's Creek rewatch because I've never done that.
Yeah.
But I feel like Kimmy Schmidt I could do as well.
There's less Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. I feel like we've not done a slew of Netflix cancellations for a while.
That's true.
So I have 4 for you.
Oh, God.
One we already knew about.
Right.
Which is The Recruit.
Yes, we did know about
that. Noah Centinio's sort of spy type thriller. That's not coming back after its second season. But also Netflix has released... I don't know all of these shows.
Right.
But certainly the other one I do know I don't think is surprising for many reasons.
Right.
They have announced that after its upcoming second season, The Sandman will not be back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's lots of issues there with the creator of that show, that property.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's entirely a surprise.
No, okay.
But also not returning is The Empress.
Yep, not aware of that.
A German historical drama
based
on the life of Empress Elizabeth of Austria. It was Netflix's second most watched series worldwide for 2 weeks in 2022 and was the 7th most popular non-English series of 2022.
Wow.
Its third series is coming out shortly, but that will be its last.
Right.
Also being cancelled is Territory, an Australian neo-Western drama.
Right, that sounds great.
I've not heard of that either.
No, I've not either.
Cancelled after 1 season.
Oh, it can't be that good then.
So, yes, they joined The Recruit and The Sandman.
Okay.
As
I can't say I've seen the fans up in arms about these latest cancellations like you normally do.
Yeah.
So maybe people were not surprised by it.
Yeah, I think so. The Sandman's interesting. Putting all the stuff aside that's coming to light just on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like it had a big pomp and circumstance when it came out, and then just
I didn't really
fizzled.
I watched the first 2. I think I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
I'm not into this. I feel like there was a spin-off show that came afterwards as well.
There was a surprise extra episode.
Right.
That's what they
there was
did.
something. Yeah.
After the season had finished,
Yes.
they dropped a whatever it was, a 9th episode. Or whatever, didn't they?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
That's pretty much it for Netflix news.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty
quiet week.
Quiet week. Because they've been putting all their efforts into obviously revamping
their
UI. So, but there's plenty of other news. Do not fear. And we will start, I think, with the news. We're going to do some Marvel Cinematic Universe news.
Right.
And obviously, big at the cinema at the minute is Thunderbolts.
Yes.
Which is not called that anymore.
No. Random.
The New Avengers.
The New Avengers.
I think is the marketing ploy. And the director of said movie, Jake Schreier.
Good name.
Has already, according to Deadline, he is already in sort of the end of negotiations for his next role.
Right.
Staying with Marvel.
Yep.
Because he is penciled in, according to Deadline, to direct the as yet untitled or undated first X-Men movie.
Oh, really?
In the official MCU.
That's a big deal to get hold of that.
Yeah.
I was expecting that to go to like a really big name director.
Yeah, but look, I guess it kind of follows the pattern of the Russo brothers. They did a couple of Captain Americas, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then got Avengers.
True.
And the guy who the guy's name escapes me. Whoever it was who directed all the Wonder Visions, he's directing the Fantastic Four.
I know what you mean.
Shankman, maybe.
Maybe.
I think is his name.
Sounds right.
Yeah, according to Deadline, Schreier is the top choice to take on this project. A script is in place from Michael Leslie and obviously Kevin Feige producing.
Okay. Apparently Thunderbolts is really good.
Yeah,
so
I've heard it's
he's
good.
managed to make a decent Marvel film. They're going to throw everything at him, I suppose. Please do that again.
So yeah, if and I guess all these Avengers movies they're going to set up X-Men and stuff, aren't they? Yeah. So we know that
we know where we're heading. We're literally going full circle.
Yeah. No, it's like it's just a circle we can never escape from.
X-Men becomes Avengers, becomes X-Men, becomes Avengers.
But good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to him.
Now, Other movie news. So, Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock are reuniting
Okay.
for an untitled Amazon romantic thriller.
Nice.
Now, the reason I mention this, so obviously these guys have worked together before.
Yeah.
Speed.
Yes.
And then The Lake House, if you remember that romantic movie.
I do not.
So, interestingly, this is being written by Noah Oppenheim, who wrote Jackie and was one of the co-creators on Zero Day recently for Netflix, Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
There's no plot details, but Hollywood Reporter are describing this movie as propulsive.
Repulsive?
Propulsive.
Propulsive?
Yeah.
Is that the opposite of repulsive?
No, propulsive means going forward quite fast.
Right, okay.
At
like propulsion.
At
I get it.
Speed, maybe.
Oh.
But also producing this unnamed propulsive movie is Mark Gordon. Guess what he produced?
Speed. Oh, really?
I'm not saying this is going to be Speed 3.
But that'd be cool.
But there's a few breadcrumbs there that
yeah, it sounds like it.
say something might be happening. That's literally all the info there is on it. This is obviously they have signed to do this, and
it's been described as propulsive.
Yeah,
it's got to be, hasn't it?
I don't know. Maybe it's just good.
It's just Hollywood lingo.
Teasing.
Could be Hollywood teasing,
but
be cool.
Why not? I'd do Speed 3.
Speed's awesome.
Wash Speed 2 out of everyone's mouth.
Yeah, no, Speed 2's not so much, but Speed's great. When he gets under that bus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speed is great.
Okay,
so work obviously ploughing full force forward on the 4 Beatles movies.
Yes.
And it has been announced this week that a set of writers are being put together to pen these things.
Oh, okay.
And
I don't know why I thought that would already be the case.
Well, maybe it is, and they've been going for some time, but the news has arrived that 3 screenwriters are working on these at the minute.
Right.
No idea whether they're doing a movie each, and there's a 4th person somewhere coming along, or whether they are writing all of these together as a group. We don't know what the approach to this Beatles cinematic universe is, but they've got these 3 guys have got quite the CV, and one of these very busy men who we've talked about a lot in the last few weeks is Jack Thorne.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's done Adolescence.
Yeah.
We've got this Enola Holmes movie he's written that he's working on. He has now joined up to write some of or one of, delete as appropriate, or all of these Beatles movies.
Okay.
As has Jez Butterworth, who has worked with Sam Mendes before. He wrote Spectre.
Okay.
The James Bond movie.
Yeah.
And Peter Strawn, who is an Oscar-winning writer just this year, for he won an Oscar for Conclave.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
3 very different people.
Are all on board to write these Beatles movies, or one each.
They can't be writing one each. They've got to cross over at some point.
Well, it might be a combination of the 2. It might be like, right, I'm going to write the Ringo movie.
Yeah.
But obviously, we then need to work together because they are going to link.
Yeah, they've got to link.
There will be some adjoining.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there enough? What is a Ringo Starr movie? What is that?
I don't know. Do you think he'd be disappointed if it turns out like the Paul McCartney movie is 3 hours long?
Ringo Starr's like 20
movie
minutes.
is like 60 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by that project.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I'm much more fascinated in the workings of how it's all going to work than I am actually watching the movies.
Yeah. I agree. Let's talk sports.
Okay. Sports.
And none other than Lin-Manuel Miranda is getting into the sports.
That is not the name I was
movie
expecting.
business.
When you said let's talk sports, I did not expect you to come out with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
He is producing a sports biopic.
Okay.
Which will be written by Jose Riviera, who wrote The Motorcycle Diaries and 100 Years of Solitude. That was a recent Netflix thing as well. They are between them bringing together Melina,
right,
which is a sports biopic of the only 3 brothers to ever all play in Major League Baseball at the same time.
Okay.
It's a biopic of Benji, Jose, and Yadier Molina.
Right. Is this going to be a musical?
No, it's not a musical. It's a
It's
sports biopic.
It's got Lin-Manuel Miranda. There's got to be songs in there somewhere.
They could. You know, there's that baseball team.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
What's that baseball team? The Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
Who just like play baseball, but then like pop and lock on the mound. And
That'd be cool.
the movie is based on their father's book,
Right, okay.
which tracks his life, how they came to the US, and their very successful baseball careers. They all became catchers, and they all won the World Series.
No way.
Yeah, different teams, different times.
That's crazy.
So sounds like quite a story.
Yeah, it does sound like quite the story.
But yeah,
How do you have 3 sons and they all play the same position? That must have been so awkward growing up. Can you imagine? It's like, we've got to play for 3 different teams. There's only one catcher on a team.
Yeah.
They all must have played, even growing up, they must have all played for different teams.
And then they all get to the top.
And they all get to the top.
Yeah.
That's some sort of freaky natural shit. It's got to be.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not like learned talent, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm going to watch that.
He's branching out. Old LMM.
There'll be songs in that. I don't know how, but there'll be songs in it.
I'd love it. Yeah, just smash a home run and then just do a whole number whilst running around the
musical sports
diamond.
biopic based on a true story. I'm in.
New Line has been sorting out their 2026 calendar.
Okay.
And their 2027 calendar.
Right.
With 3, I guess in the movie business you'd call them tentpole releases.
Right.
They have announced that Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum
Right.
has a slot to open in theatres on December the 17th, 2027.
Okay.
This is Andy Serkis's directed, and presumably he will be in it as Gollum.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Movie. They have currently got that lucrative Christmas slot in 2 years' time to themselves.
Pretty big deal, yeah.
Obviously, that's all subject to change as other studios work out their calendars, I guess. But yeah, that is produced by Peter Jackson. It's the whole shebang.
Straight in that same universe, same Gollum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Andy Serkis will both direct and star.
I wonder when he took that role, like 25 years ago.
I know.
And he thought I'd still be playing this.
Yeah, crazy.
In my 60s.
Absolutely
or whatever.
crazy. Also announced by New Line is a new Evil Dead movie.
Right. Okay.
To capitalise on the success of Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, that was end of last year.
2023.
Really?
Well, it's certainly in the States. I don't know when it came out over
I
here.
think it was a bit later than that.
147 million in global box office. That
Blimey.
did. So yes, a new Evil Dead movie is slated to arrive in America on July the 24th, 2026.
Okay.
It will star Sahelia Yacoub, produced by Rob Tapert, Sam Raimi, and Bruce Campbell.
Nice. You can't really do it without them, can you?
I wouldn't have said so. Yeah, they're all on producing duties. And then also a movie that we've mentioned briefly before now has an official release date. October the 23rd, 2026 is a global release date for M. Night Shyamalan's... I always say his... I can say his name. Why have I stumbled there? M. Night's next movie, Remain. Can you remember we talked about this? So this is Jake Gyllenhaal starring in a supernatural romance movie.
Yes, I do.
But at the same time, a novel will be released by the guy who's worked with M. Night on this.
Yeah, I do remember us talking about that.
Phoebe Dynevor and Ashley Walters are also in this movie.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Traditionally, I don't like his movies.
Nicholas Sparks, that's the guy who's writing a novel.
Oh, okay.
They will be both released at the same time.
I traditionally don't like his movies, but I did quite enjoy Trap was his last one. I thought that was all right.
That Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
So some good stuff.
New Line have got a lot of stuff coming
To look forward to there. And then the final piece of news this week is I'm sure news that the trilogy everyone's been waiting for will be completed, because Aardman have announced that 2026 will see release of the third Shaun the Sheep movie.
Okay, good.
The Beast of Mossy Bottom.
Nice.
Will be released in cinemas and on Sky Cinema, for Sky are a contributor to this project. Yes, the Beast of Mossy Bottom sees the residents of Mossy Bottom Farm looking forward to Halloween until the clumsy farmer trashes the flock's beloved pumpkin patch.
Oh, no.
When Shaun the Sheep turns mad scientist to fix the problem, things rapidly spiral out of control, with the farmer missing and a wild beast roaming the woods of Mossingham. All the ingredients are in place for a monstrously fun family adventure. Yeah, this is the third Shaun the Sheep movie.
Wow. Crazy, isn't it?
Shaun the Sheep. The Shaun the Sheep movie, the first one, was 2015.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The second one, Farmageddon, 2019. And this well, I would say final. This third one, 2026.
It takes about 5 or 6 years to make those movies.
Yeah, it does
by the
take a long
sounds of
time.
it.
Takes a long
Judging
time
by
to
the
do
time
that, doesn't
differences.
it? Sorry.
Sweet. Okay. All power to Aardman. You got to love that as a movie.
Got to capitalise. They did, the Wallace and Gromit movie did great guns for them, didn't they?
It really
didn't it,
did.
at Christmas? So
A lot better than anybody expected,
Yeah.
I think. And it was great.
yeah, it was good.
It was. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. That's all the news.
Excellent. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
So I've kind of touched on it already. The only thing I've really been watching, and this is literally today, because
the
I thought
internet's
I've
back.
got to do this, is Bandersnatch.
Okay, yeah.
So I've quite enjoyed it. I think it's hard to say if I've got far in. I think I'm reasonably far in.
Right. How long did you do it for?
I reckon I've been going about an hour.
Yeah, you're quite far in.
And I think twice it's spun me back
Really?
to earlier on. And I was a bit like, but this is the problem with this interactive stuff, isn't it? Because you press it and I was like, oh, I really want to see that. That's definitely the option I want.
Yeah.
But then the two times that it spun me back, it's gone, yeah, no.
That is the
Wrong
problem.
one.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Basically. And even the characters basically say that to
Yeah.
me. I was like, oh, I really wanted to see what happened there. So it's the same with these. It's my experience with similar choose your own things. It's like it's limited, isn't it?
Yeah, you can only be as good as it can be, can't
Yeah.
it? There can only be. There's only a certain amount of scenes that are filmed.
I am obsessed with how Will Poulter's character sounds like Garth Marenghi. In it.
Yes, he does.
Like, I want to know if he was specifically doing an impression of Garth Marenghi.
I'm sure he was. You're right.
He's got the same glasses as well.
That character makes no spoilers, but that character comes back in one of the episodes of the new
I've
series.
seen a thumbnail, yeah.
So that's why you kind of. Ooh. Excuse me. There's no connection really,
Yeah.
but that character does make a return.
So, and I think I might have watched one more. I need to put my updated table in the Discord. I might have watched one more Black Mirror before my internet went down. So I think I've done 11 episodes now. So I think I'm about a third through.
My house completely would stop working if the internet went off. I don't know what I'd do. I couldn't even turn the lights on. I don't know what I could do. I'd have to move out for the week.
Yeah, well, I had to work at my in-laws' house the one day I wasn't in the office.
You're welcome to come and work here.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, well,
that's your desk.
I don't have a key to your
You
house.
can
I've got
have
a key to their
You
house.
can have one.
So
That's technically your desk where you're sitting.
True.
Now. You're allowed. Yeah. Cool.
I think that's pretty much it. How about you?
I haven't watched a lot either this week. I've been really ploughing through Dungeons and Drag Queens on Dropout.
Yes.
Because I think it's my favourite show.
Awesome.
I love it. It's so much fun. I've got 2 episodes left of the latest
Yeah.
series, which sounds like not much, but they're 3 hours long. So it'll take me a couple of weeks to get through.
You don't. Hang on. Do you just sit down and watch them? Like,
yeah.
in one shot?
No.
You just start dipping in and out?
Dip in and out, yeah.
'Cause
I had it on before you came tonight. After
Yeah.
20 minutes, I'll turn it off and I can just go straight back to it.
That's
As long
fine.
as you can kind of remember what they're doing,
Yeah.
you're fine. Although the other day I did sit and watch it for an hour and a half. So it was just,
Yeah.
so I just put it on and I was like, and then I got into it because there's a really good battle in the 3rd episode of season 2.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no point I can turn this off because it's exciting all the way through. And it was a really good battle. There was loads of stuff going on.
Good.
So yeah, definitely check that out. And then on the weekend I watched Death of a Unicorn,
Oh, yes.
which is Jenna Ortega's new
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd's new movie. I went in not expecting to enjoy it that much because I've heard bad things about it.
I think it's fair to say it's had mixed reviews.
It has had mixed reviews. It's an A24 movie, so they all get mixed reviews. But I thought it was all right. I quite enjoyed it. It's basically a monster movie.
Yeah.
But the monster's a unicorn. So, and I love monster movies.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It's just fine. It is what it is. It's like it's
pretty sort of just dispensable, but fun.
It's one of those low budget B movie horror movies, but just with a budget and decent actors in it. It was silly. It was fun. The premise is this dad and daughter are driving to a business meeting.
Yeah.
Why he's taking his daughter, I don't know. It is explained in the movie, but it's
reasons.
And accidentally run over a unicorn.
Sure.
And kill it. So instead of doing anything about it, they put the body in the back of the car and go to the business meeting. And then it's a unicorn, so it resurrects itself. And then it starts causing havoc and killing people. Will Potter was in that as well, actually, randomly.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
I was just thinking, was that Will Potter? It was. And then more unicorns turn up and they're like running through the house, destroying people. People get horns through them. And it turns out they're not as magical and nice as people thought they were. And that's basically your premise of your movie. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I think that's it. I think that's all I've been watching.
Do you know what my wife's been watching?
No.
Over the last few weeks. This isn't a this week thing. Just over the probably month, maybe a bit longer. She's decided that she will sort of be rewatching House.
Okay.
Well, I say rewatching / probably watching some of it for the first time.
Yeah.
And it just made me think the other day. I was like, is that weird that for a few years Hugh Laurie was like the most famous actor in the world?
That show just really struck a chord with people, didn't it? And just propelled that guy.
Yeah.
And then he didn't do anything. He never followed it up. Never really done anything before it, like internationally.
Not as a leading.
Not as a leading role.
Obviously, but he popped in the odd Disney movie. He did that. Yeah. He was the bad guy in was the BBC one with Tom Hiddleston, Night Manager.
Night Manager, yeah.
But not as a. I suppose you didn't have to if you're in the biggest show in the world for.
How it was 14 years? A long time.
It was. I think there's only 8 series.
Oh, was there? Okay.
But we're talking like 20, 25 episodes.
Yeah. Back when TV shows were TV shows.
This might be a very British thing, but yeah, it's like. That became the biggest show in the world, and it starred Hugh Laurie and Billy from Neighbours.
Forgot he was in it. Yeah, it was weird because Hugh Laurie's been really famous in this country for a long time, and then all of a sudden he became like internationally massively famous, and then disappeared again after he finished. He never really did much. What's he doing now?
I don't know.
Probably just counted his money.
Probably.
Yeah, that is strange.
Anyway,
I've never really. I've watched a bit of House. I've never watched it all because I find it quite intimidating
really a fan,
to be like. There's a lot of that show to get through.
Yeah.
And it's quite intimidating to start a big show like that when you don't know if you're going to like it or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, never really. I've seen some of it, but not all of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Right. What do you want to do now? Do we do the top 10s?
Yeah, we've not done that for several weeks.
We have not. So, Netflix top 10s, yeah?
Yes.
In the United Kingdom?
Sure.
Movies.
Seems a good place to start.
Movies?
Yeah.
Life of the Party is at number 10.
Okay.
Any ideas?
I'm not familiar.
It says, a divorced and dedicated housewife hits reset and enrolls in the same university as her daughter to get her degree and live the full college experience. 2 weeks in the top 10 movie in 2 countries this week.
Okay.
The Hill is at number 9. That appears to be a baseball movie. There's a baseballer on the... In this film, based on a true story, young baseball hopeful Ricky Hill chases his major league dreams while living with a degenerative spinal condition.
Ooh.
Top 10 movies in 4 countries this week. Number 8, The Truman Show. It must have just appeared on Netflix recently. I watched that not long ago. It's a great film.
We did, I want to say a year, maybe 18 months ago, because my wife had never seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I was thinking... I haven't seen this for years. I'm not sure how well it will hold up. And I was thinking, this is the sort of thing I can see her turning around and just going, that's stupid. I just not. But she really enjoyed it. Good. Yeah.
I think
it pretty much did hold up.
Yeah, it does hold up, I think. I watched it not this year, late last year probably. I think it's one of Jim Carrey's best performances.
Yeah.
Not the best, but I think it's one of. Number 7, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That's been in the charts forever. It's going to be in the charts forever.
Yeah,
until it leaves Netflix.
10 weeks in the top 10 movie in 12 countries this week.
Wow.
Number 6, The General's Daughter.
I want to say that's a random John Travolta
It's
film
a John
from
Travolta
the
movie.
mid-2000s.
You are correct. 1999.
Oh, wow.
As two warrant officers investigate the murder of a general's daughter, they learn of a brutal assault on her years prior and the subsequent cover-up. Top 10 movie in 18 countries this week.
Wow.
Random. 26 years old. Number 5, Saw 10.
Okay.
Or Saw X, as it's known. Number 4, Black Adam.
Oh, right.
I didn't know that was on
I didn't.
Netflix.
I didn't.
How strange. That must be new.
Might be a hate watch candidate. But again, it's just supposed to be bad, isn't it?
Freed from his magical prison, a champion with the powers of the gods seeks to defend his homeland as the Justice Society moves to contain him. Top 10 movies in 2 countries this week. Those 2 countries are the United Kingdom and Ireland. Number 3, Expendables.
Expendables.
Expendables, the 4th Expendables movie. Number 2, Extraterritorial. I thought it said extraterrestrial, but it doesn't. Extraterritorial.
What's going on with your face?
Can't fucking say it. Exterritorial.
Okay.
Don't know what that is. When her son vanishes inside a US consulate, ex-Special Forces soldier Sarah does everything in her power to find him and uncovers a dark conspiracy. It's brand new, 2025.
Nice.
Netflix original. Number 1 in 74 countries this week.
Wow.
Number 2 in the United Kingdom. Because number 1 is Havoc.
Yes.
That is...
I've not got to this yet, obviously, for obvious reasons explained earlier in this episode.
Not got to the internet.
But a couple of people in the Discord have seen it, weren't great fans, which makes me a bit sad because I thought this would be amazing.
Yeah, it does look good as well.
Coming from Gareth Evans, starring Tom Hardy. But I will get to it, hopefully, in the next week or so.
When a drug heist swerves lethally out of control, a jaded cop fights his way through the corrupt city's criminal underworld to save a politician's son. 2 weeks in the top 10, number 1 movie in 8 countries, top 10 in 93 countries, which is every Netflix territory, I believe. I think there's 1993, if I remember rightly. TV shows?
Yes, please.
UK? Get to the end. Number 10, WWE SmackDown. Number 9, Asterix and Obelix, The Big Fight. Netflix limited series. Looks quite fun. Didn't know that was a thing. Number 8, Black Mirror Season 7.
I used to have a lot of the Asterix comics when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Number 7, The Eternaut.
Okay.
Eternaut. Is that how you'd say that?
Sure.
That is. After a toxic snowfall kills... Oh, I've seen the trailer for this. It looks really good. After a toxic snowfall kills millions, Juan Salvo and his group of survivors in Buenos Aires must resist an invisible threat from another world.
Wow.
Number 1 show in 13 countries. Top
Nice.
10 in 87. Number 7 in the UK. Number 6, Cheat, Unfinished Business. That looks like one of those Netflix love shows. There's Pen a Penny. There's hundreds of them. Would you like a synopsis or do you not care?
I don't care.
Number 5, WWE Raw. Number 4, Ms. Rachel.
Okay.
Again, she's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
She's not going anywhere. She's going to be in that top 10 forever. Number 3, Blackwork. You know what that is?
I think it's a Sheridan Smith drama because the thumbnail keeps turning up on my things.
10 years old, from 2015. There's 3 episodes. A widowed police officer defies orders and begins their own investigation into her husband's death, revealing secrets from his undercover work. 2 weeks in the top 10, top 10 shows in 2 countries this week. Those 2 countries are the United Kingdom and Ireland. Number 2 is a show called The Four Seasons. The Four Seasons.
I want to watch this. This is the Steve Carell.
Yes, it is.
Why
is it called the same show, the same thing twice?
I don't know.
The decades-long friendship between 3 married couples is tested when one divorces, complicating their tradition of quarterly weekend getaways. Number 1 show in 23 countries, top 10 in 83 countries, number 2 in the UK.
Wow.
Because number 1 is You, season 5. Is that the final season of You?
Yes, these are the final episodes, as far as I know.
Joe's story comes full circle to New York as a family conflict threatens his glamorous marriage and an alluring new crush revives his darkest impulses.
Yeah.
Number 2 weeks in the top 10. Number 1 show in 26 countries, top 10 in 89 countries. Not quite made it all around the world. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons of You, I think, but then I kind of fell away from it after that.
I'm not a fan.
No.
My wife, she says it's got progressively worse as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's time.
But I think she wants to see it.
Yeah, you've got to see it through. If you've stuck with 5 seasons, you've got, haven't you? Do you want to do global or do you want to do a random country?
Let's go. Yeah, let's go global.
Okie dokie. Global movies, English. Ready?
Sure.
Number 10, The Two Popes.
Very on brand.
Very of its time. Here we go. There's a DreamWorks section. Number 9, Boss Baby. And number 8, Despicable Me 4. Number 7, The Heartbreak Kid. Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Number 6, The Life List. That sounds so much like a bottom of the stream movie. What is that? Let's have a look. When her mother sends her on a quest to complete a teenage bucket list, a young woman uncovers family secrets, finds romance, and rediscovers herself. Okay. 2025. 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
6 weeks in the top 10. 3 million views this week. Top 10 movie in 18 countries. Wow. Number 5, Fast X. Number 4, The Equalizer 2.
I've never seen any of those.
I don't think I have either.
Denzel Washington, isn't
it is. Number 3, Woody Woodpecker.
Okay.
Number 2, Where the Crawdads Sing.
Okay.
I've seen that. It's all right.
Does that pop back up?
I don't know. Number 1, Havoc.
Yeah.
Number 1 movie in the world currently. What do you want now? Do you want non-English movies or English TV shows?
Let's do English TV shows.
Okay. Number 10, Turning Point, The Vietnam War.
Okay.
Number 9, Ms. Rachel. Number 8, Battle Camp.
Is that a reality TV show where people go to camp?
I believe so, and battle, I believe.
Okay. To the death?
It says, Netflix reality stars duke it out in hair-raising physical challenges and scheme to avoid elimination to win $250,000 in this adventurous competition show.
So is that people that have already been on other Netflix shows getting
sounds like it, yeah.
ongoing work by being on other Netflix reality shows?
I think so, because this guy in this picture looks very much like, you remember that lad who went on to the Squid Game show with his mum?
Yeah.
This guy looks like him, so I think it might be that. Number 7 is Adolescence. Number 6 is Black Mirror, Season 7.
Yep.
Number 5 is You, Season 1. Number 4 is WWE Raw. Number 3, Ransom Canyon. Number 2, You, Season 5. And number 1, The Four Seasons.
Okay. I don't know what is on there twice. Does that make it 8 seasons?
It's usually, like with You, it says You, and then underneath it says Season 5.
Yeah.
But on this, it says The Four Seasons, and then underneath in the same font of where it says Season 5 for You, it says The Four Seasons again. I don't know if it's some sort of typo or something.
Who knows?
Do you want the non-English equivalents, or shall we leave it there?
You want to give them to me, you give them to me.
I'll give it to you. Providing I can pronounce them all. Number 10, Tenor. That's handy that it's at number 10.
Yeah.
Number 9, Counterattack. Stop me if you want to hear about any of them.
Sounds so generic.
It looks very generic from the poster as well. When a hostage rescue mission creates a new emergency, Captain Guerrero and his elite soldiers must face an ambush by a criminal group. Must face an ambush.
They must face an ambush.
They must face an ambush.
Go and face that ambush.
Go and find an ambush. Number 8, The Rose of Versailles. That looks like an anime show. I don't know why I said anime. Like that. Number 7, Mad 2. That looks a bit... Do you want me to read this number?
Yeah, go for it.
It looks a bit Bollywoody. After his wedding turns into a disaster, Ladu and his pals Manoj and Ashok and Damador find themselves travelling to Goa for another wild adventure.
Wow.
2 hours and 4 minutes. 1.4 million views this week. Number 6, Inexplicable.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Unexplainable, but in Italian.
I see.
When 8-year-old Gabriel develops a life-threatening illness, his family and community experiences a journey of faith and the power of love. 3 weeks in the top 10, 2 million views this week.
Wonderful.
Number 5, The Biggest Fan. Number 4, I Hostage.
I Hostage, is that like iBoy or iRobot or iZombie?
When a gunman enters an Apple store in the heart of Amsterdam, the police face a delicate challenge to resolve their standoff, inspired by true events.
Oh, wow.
3 weeks in the top 10, 5.9 million views this week. Number 3, The Jewel Thief. The Heist Begins.
Okay.
That says, in this high-octane battle of wits and wills, ingenious con artist Rehan devises a diamond heist while trying to outsmart Rajan, the sadistic adversary. 8.3 million views this week. Number 2, Bullet Train Explosion.
Oh, I want to watch this.
Yeah, me too. It's like the sequel to Bullet Train.
No,
it's like a remake of Bullet Train.
It's based on a Japanese anime, I think. But
okay.
yeah, I don't know if that's also the thing the Brad Pitt Bullet Train was based on. But yeah.
And then number 1 is Exterritorial again.
Okay.
Let's do TV shows quickly. Non-English TV shows currently. Number 10, A Tragedy Foretold, Flight 3054. Number 9, When Life Gives You Tangerines. That seems to be hanging around. That was in the charts last time.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
Number 8, The Glass Dome limited series. Do you know what that is?
Sure.
When her friend's daughter goes missing, criminologist Leia joins the search and must confront the haunting trauma of her own childhood abduction. 3 weeks in the top 10.
Nice.
1.9 million views this week. Number 1 in Argentina and Uruguay.
Okay.
Number 7, Resident Playbook. That's feels like a hospital drama. Number 6, Heavenly Ever After. Number 5, Weak Hero.
Okay.
Number 4, The Gardener. Number 3, Asterix and Obelix, The Big Fight.
Nice.
Number 2, Weak Hero. And number 1, The Eternaught.
Oh.
So some
of the hospital dramas.
Yeah.
Have you heard of The Pit?
No.
It's getting great reviews.
What is it?
Over in the States. It's a hospital drama, but it's starring, is it Noah Wiley, who was in ER back in the day?
Yeah.
And I think it's a limited series, 8 or 10 episodes, but each episode is focused on an hour of their shift.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's currently awaiting a UK
marketer, distributor
to buy it, show it, but it's been getting some really.
So it's all over one shift, but over an hour.
I think
is it like real time then?
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Apparently it's great.
Okay, I'll have to look for that.
Okay. Good.
Sweet.
Anyway.
Okay, I think we've done an episode.
I should say.
What shall we do now?
We will tell people to come back to this very feed on Thursday and find our movie show podcast.
Yes.
Where we will be talking about Korean horror action thriller movie.
Yeah.
The Eighth Night.
Yes. I describe it as like one man army, but it's not really that, but it's kind of that vibe to it.
Or I'll say, if you like monks with a side plot point about shoes, it's quite a specific thing.
That is, yeah, but right up
this
your
is
alley.
The movie for you.
I did laugh when the shoe thing happened. Right, let's get out of here then. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Do all the things, like, subscribe, ding the bell, whatever that does. Tell your mum, tell your nan, comment, whatever you can do with this video.
Absolutely.
Just go out there and do it. Let's get some more people on board, more people watching. Thank you very much, and we'll be back to our podcast on Thursday and next Monday for another episode of Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick.
Cheers.
Bye.